Hello, thank you for coming. How are you today? And I need to make sure I get chat pulled up on here. I'm just waiting on some other peoples to come. Hi, thank you for coming. And we have somebody else. Hello, welcome everybody. How's everybody doing today? Hi, Joy, how are you? Thank you for coming. Oh, I moved my table. Good. And so I'm just going to give a few more people time to come in. And then we're going to get started making stuff. And I made a lot of stuff in preparation. So yes, it's the first live in the craft room. Hi, Patricia. How are you? Thank you for coming. And yep, we're for the first time live in the craft room. Y'all, it sounds to me like I'm echoing. Is there an echo? Okay, good. It's probably because I'm facing the window. But I used to think there was an echo in the kitchen too, so. And it's been a minute since I was live. Okay, thanks, Patricia. And you're definitely welcome to lurk. I lurk in people's chats all the time. I've probably been on your channel and lurked. Especially if it's late at night and I just don't want to type, I'll just lurk. So getting the craft room all set up was a major thing. But it's almost, I mean, it's set up enough for me to do lives and I can craft in here, but all my stuff's not quite in here yet. We're still working on some shelving to get all the little stuff in here. But most of what I need is in here. So I guess we're going to go ahead and get started. So anybody that's altered a book knows we all have book pages. On top of book pages, on top of book pages. Left over. So with this one, yesterday I sprayed it with coffee water. And I'm not worried about it being tore because I'm not going to use it whole. And then I wrinkled it all up. And then I went over it with a blue ink pad, a brown ink pad, and a pink ink pad. And that was the results of this. So I'm thinking it can be used as an embellishment on pockets and stuff. Or as something to add color. And I've been watching. Oh, hey, Brenda, how are you? Thank you for coming. I know yours still ain't done. Oh, bless your heart. Mine's not all the way done. So I've been watching Patricia Viramontes make her book page things. And she starts with 2 pages. Now, these are pretty good pages, but I'm still going to do 2 to make it sturdy. And she uses glue stick. She also sews hers. We're not sewing today. I'm not comfortable enough with my sewing skills to even attempt to do that live. Because if I mess up when it's just me, I can throw that stuff in the garbage and no one has to know. But also don't sew straight. I sew crooked. Unless I go really, really slow. And no one wants to watch me go really, really slow. So I am just going to put the 2 pages together. And I'm not worried about lining them up perfect because we're going to get rid of margins anyway. We're definitely going to get rid of this tore off edge. So she cuts hers pretty close to the words. All the way around. Okay. So now we have to decide what we're going to make with this. Is it a tag? Is it a pocket? I'm thinking I want it to be a tag with a pocket. So it needs to be not so wide. So I'm going to fold it in half. Loosely fold it in half. And I'm going to, and I may not cut this straight. Cut it. And then while I have it cut in half, snip my corners off so that they match. Now I have this tag shape. Now I have to decide how much of a pocket do I want. And that looks good to me. And I like that we had the blank. Now if you don't, and we're coming unglued. Well, re-glued. Usually this purple glue stick holds better than that. I'll just put more down. Then it's the top doing the same thing. Yes. Okay. So now the decision is, do I want the blank on the front? Or do I want to have words? Those are upside down words. I think I want it to go this way. And the cool thing is with the word lines, you can kind of make this go straight. So I'm thinking that's all of the pocket that I want. A little pocket. So now I'm going to take my good old Elmer's glue. And put a little bit there. And a little bit there. And make a mess on my desk, which is why we have paper towels. And I have an acrylic sheet, which is why we have a glare from the lights. And how is the lighting? Is everybody seeing everything okay? It's not blurry or anything? And is there enough light? I have 2 lights coming like angled down at the table from opposite sides. So I'm hoping it's better than it was in the kitchen. Thank you, Joy. Oh, Brenda, I can't draw a straight line at all. Thanks, Brenda. Okay, so now we have to embellish our pocket. And I have a whole pile of stuff out here to work. We also are going to make a tag to go in the pocket. Although I have tags that I cut out already that we may use. Is that the right size for a pocket? Looky there. That's perfect. So I think we're just going to use that tag, but we got to decorate it. And this is a die cut that I have. A die. And I just cut tags out. Okay. So what are we going to do this pocket? There's a multitude of things. I have so much stuff. I have some of this cloth ribbon. And I thought about putting some of that, and I have it in different colors. I also pulled out some of the fabric snippets that I got in Happy Mail. that I thought we might use to decorate our pockets. I kind of like this. I think our pocket might need a little bit of this on it. Let's see, our pocket is that tall. And maybe wrap it around the back. So we're going to cut it right about here. I really like this, and this would go in so many different journals. I want it this way. And I'm going to glue this down with Elmer's. I don't know that I'm going to wrap it around. I don't want to add any more bulk. Now all I'm doing is just making sure my pocket's not glued shut. Okay. And I'm spreading it out because I don't want any ridges under the fabric. I want to go this way. Okay. These are not my good scissors. Where's the other ones? I've cut too much paper with those. Well, there we go. Much better. And I'm going to save this little snippet because it can be used for other things. There we go. Okay. Put that back there. Now, oh, why is that's not glued? Hang on. Our corner's not glued. Oh, I just snipped the corner just a little bit. Okay. So we have that. And then I want to distress around the edges. And I ordered Vintage Photo, and I should have probably done this beforehand. But my Vintage Photo came in dried out from Hobby Lobby. So Hobby Lobby is sending me a replacement Vintage Photo. And I'm just going to lightly just dabble what's left on here to kind of age our book paper. There we go. So they're sending me another one. My Vintage Photo kind of looks like baby yuck. It's a weird color. And it's dried out. Hi, Judy. How are you? Hi, Holly. Thank y'all for coming. And so, well, thank you, Judy. I appreciate it. And so they are, I called them and let them know that it's weird colored and it's dried out, and they're going to send me a replacement. And they told me to get just that one out. And it's been sitting on my desk upside down for almost a week. Oh, you bought yours at the store? Yeah, I ordered mine online because the closest store is like 50 miles. Plus, I had a lot more. I was ordering laces and stuff. And they're just going to replace it. She said normally they would have had me send it back, but since it was just the one little thing, they didn't want to pay to send it back. Hi, Joyce. How are you? Thank you for coming. And she asked if I would give permission for the warehouse to open it and check it. I said, oh, definitely open it and check it, but make sure they put the lid back on tight before they send it. Because opening it and checking it and then not sealing, taping the lid down or something, it's not going to help anything. Hi, Mark. How are you? Thank you so much for coming. Okay, so now that's still a little wet, but in my little stash back here, I've been cutting out flowers like crazy, you guys, from printed paper. And I'm thinking that's kind of big. I'm just going to try to find a small one or something I can make smaller. Aha. Okay, that's the same one. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just cut around this one. I hope I'm in camera. Okay. And I have these little heart doilies. I think we can put the little heart doily on there, put the little flower on it. And then I have these bows I made. Now, I left the tails long because you never know. Well, I'm so glad, Mark. Thank you for choosing to chill with us today. We definitely appreciate it. And I left the tails long because you never know what you're putting them on. And so, like, if I put them on a paper clip, I might want them to be longer. So let's see. Maybe make the tails shorter. Oh, that would be cute. So just cut the little tails off. With our little heart and our little rose. And then our little bow. If I can get everything to line up correctly. So we'll start with putting the heart on there. And I cut those out of coffee dyed coffee filter. The little hearts. And now I'm going to put the little rose on there, kind of cockeyed. Well, now it's straight. Turn it slowly. Okay. Now, I fiddle with the ribbon till I get it how I want it. And then once you kind of have everything how you want it. And I put a healthy dot of glue. And you could use hot glue for this, but my hot glue gun is not in the craft room yet. It's still in the kitchen. And I want to move that right there. Fiddle, fiddle. I think that's cute. And then for our tag, have I glued my pocket shut? Uh-oh. See, this is a problem. There we go. The fabric kind of stuck at the top. I kind of want something on our tag. Hi, Six Hand Spice. How are you? And thank you for coming. Thank you. I didn't get out anything to tie on the tags. But we need to put something. Let's see. We have this material left over. I wonder. We may just put another rose on our tag. Okay, that did not work. That didn't work. Bear with me a moment. I'm going to cut it. I tried to rip it. Didn't work. And I'm going to end up cutting my finger off. Okay. I think we can use this. Thank you, Joyce. And just put this. If I can get it to do it. Oh, Lordy be. I can get it to go through there. It'll work. And there we go. I just twisted it finally. Got it enough. And then pull your little... Now I got to find the loop. There we go. Loop found. Our pocket, and then we can come up here and get another rose. I'm going to get this big one. And I think we're just going to put it down here at the bottom in the corner. Maybe with a little doily behind it. Well, you can't even see the doily, so that's not going to work. But what else do we have? I have all kind of stuff. One moment. I have my scrap lace bag. Okay, we don't want that. For this. This could be pretty, just a little snippet. And just put it on the corner. Let me cut this little part that's making it want to curl up off. We can put that there and then put our flower on it. And then it's all pretty. And you still have plenty of space to write there and plenty of space to write on the back. So, what do y'all think? And I want to make sure it fits in. Let's do this. Turn that kind of straight because it needs to fit in our pocket. And then put the rose on here like such. And now I got to press this down for a second. And you can see the lace just barely peeking out from behind it. And my flower's not sticking. So just add a little bit more glue. Because the lace absorbed all the glue. That's what happens. The lace absorbs the glue. Now I got a little puddle over here in the corner. Which I'll just dab off. Okay, so that needs to dry before I put it back in the pocket. But that's our first one, made from book paper with the fabric. We can still use that baby rose. Let me put that back in our stash. We still have some fabric snippet we can use on something, so I'm saving that. So there's our first one, ready to go. Ready to go in a journal. So, we've got to glue 2 more pages together. Oh, we're at the end of this glue stick. This is how you know when you're at the end of the purple glue sticks, y'all. It won't stay. And that's gotten clear already. Okay. And I'm not picky about how they line up because I'm trimming, so. But I may keep this torn edge this time because I'm thinking that I may want to make like a side pocket. But I think I want to trim the corners. So you can do this to your, however you like, whatever your preference or taste is. So, I'm not sure I like that. And now I've already cut it. Okay. Let's see what else can we do. You know what? I still like the torn edge. Just going to trim off this part and go, oops. There. And then I think I want to tear that a little bit better. Okay, that'll work. I'll take it. And now I'm going to cut. No, I'm not. I'm going to tear. And I'm going to tear. What I'm going to do is this is going to become a pocket to go in a book. But I'm going to do carefully. That's not very straight. Let's see if I can straighten that up a little bit. Okay, so now what this does is this is going to go on a page, and you could actually put it on a page and then put the whole page in your book. We could also put a pocket. Let's see. I'm going to just trim this page real fast, close to the words. Just going to cut all the margins off. Okay, so now if we take this and we put it on here, we can trim this better later. Put it like that. We would have this as a tuck. Let's do that. Oops, no, let's don't do that yet. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. And I'm going to check on chat real fast. Oh, thank you, Joyce. Right now, they're not. I've been crafting, and so the tips are chipped off. But thank you. My brother does not want me to ever be online with ugly nails. He told me, you can't get on there with ugly nails. So, just in the event Russell watches, I always try to make sure my nails are done. Okay. This is why I said wait, because it's easier to do this now than after we glue it down. So we're just going to, and we're going to do the same to that one. Well, we may wait because that one we're going to cut and we don't waste any ink. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now we can glue it down. And I'm just going to glue it down the side and across the bottom. And I left this up here open, well. Okay. Now I'm going to carefully cut this part off. Okay. So that's what we have so far. Then, if we want to put a pocket on here, we would just take another page of paper and decide. I think the pocket should start right pretty much where this is. So, let's see. If you don't want any of the margins, and we're going to put our, well, we could do it this way so the writing is correct. And I want it to start there. And I want it to go to the inside edge only because I don't want to block this. So it's going to come right to that edge. And it's going to go across there. And that's not very straight. Let's try that again. That looks better. Okay. And then we'll have a tuck and a pocket. And then depending on how you glue this in, you could have another tuck here, another tuck here. Now, before I do anything with that, if we wanted to make it matching the other one, we could take this fabric and this, where's that going to go? We do it that way. We could leave an edge to put lace on. That might be a good idea. covers good. So where do I need to cut that at? Right about there. Okay. So we have our fabric piece that we're going to put on here. Make sure I have it right side too. And I'm sorry about the dogs, guys. I think I'm going to put this lace on here. And I didn't cut the fabric correctly. So let's see. Where's our pocket going to go? I can pull it up. That's cool. I can cover that corner by pulling the material up some. And I am going to cut. Well, I'll wait. Let's get it all glued in first, except for that part. Right now, I'm just using that to measure with. So let's see. That will work. And then we can put our little piece of lace right here. I like it. And then we can trim off stuff. So I think we can trim from this corner over. Kind of. Wait a minute. How would I need to do that? This way. From here to the corner. Okay. It's kind of weird. And we're going to save that scrap. So, now what I have is this piece. And I'll trim this edge down after. So now I have this piece, which fits and goes straight. Then our pocket's going to go up here. Hi, Mary. How are you? And then we're going to put our lace. Oh, Joyce. Right, the side pocket would be great in the journal. And Mary sent me Happy Meal. If y'all watch my Happy Meal video, Mary's the one that sent the Happy Meal, and this fabric was in there. And I love this fabric, and it's going to make a really pretty vintage journal. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to glue my lace down, my fabric down first. Have I glued this together? Yeah, that's glued. And we're going to put it back on here. Make sure I get that corner covered. I'm glad, Mary. And then we're going to put our lace on. Okay. And I don't throw these away because these little edges come in handy for other stuff. Then this was our pocket piece. It's going to go here. But I think I have ideas. Let's distress our pocket. Just a little bit. And I probably don't distress normal. I don't know if there's a right or wrong way to do this. And this is a brown color from Village Press that I got gifted. And it's a really pretty color. And I'm just going to take what's left in my sponge and just dab it on there. So the whole thing. Because we're going to see this. Or some of it. We probably should do something up here. Let's see. Should have done that before I put all the embellishments on, huh? Because now, this is going to be hard to do. Well, maybe not. And there we go. Since that's a tuck spot, we could get in there a little bit. Okay. So now what I want to do with this before I glue it down. I think I want to take, see what we got. We got stuff that's not straight. Oh, but we could do this. We could put this in the corner. Kind of like that. And then take one of these bigger roses because we're decorating the pocket this time and put on there. So this ties it together. And let's see. Wrong color. Trying to get a coffee dyed doily. So I'm going to try, I would trim it from this side. Let's just trim off the pretties at the top. No, let's don't. Okay, so I could trim. I don't measure anything, guys. If you've watched me for any length of time, y'all know I don't measure nothing. And I save that because it'll come in handy somewhere else. I think that's pretty. And then we could take one of our little bows. Oh. Decisions now. Because I have these bows that I also made. That's really pretty. I like that. And it's not, I mean, it looks thick and fluffy, but it's chiffon. So it's going to lay flat in a book. Just doesn't look like it would lay flat. Well, that's kind of big. Let's go back to our little bow. And I want the more burgundy color. Is that the same color? It is. We want this darker burgundy. And this way, these two tie together when I get them in a journal. Okay. And we could put our bow on this corner. Fix our little legs. So what do y'all think of the pocket? A little fabric square scrap, the doily, our roses, and our bow. And then that's going to go here. What do y'all think? Thank you, Holly. Thanks, Mary. Yeah, exactly, Joyce. What's normal? And for the longest time, you guys, I didn't have ink. So when I first started paper crafting about a year ago, I had no ink pads other than black because I used black on my clay. So it takes me, I have to remember to distress stuff. It doesn't come natural to me to distress because when I first started, I didn't have ink pads. So I just put stuff together and hope it looked good and didn't worry about distressing. And so now that I have ink, it's like, distress, Brenda. You have to distress stuff. So we're going to assemble our pocket before we put it on here. And I'm going to start. I was going to put it on the fabric. That's not a good idea. There. Put our fabric down. And this fabric has some like sheen to it. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's got like a gold sheen in it. And we're going to put our doily on. And the way I do my doilies is weird. I glue here and then I just pick out random spots where the doily is thicker to glue. Because they're hard to glue. Put a little bit more in the middle. And we're going to put that. Like that. Take our roses. I think I want it to go like this. But I don't want to cover up all my fabric. Oh, it's sticking to me. Like that. And now we're going to take our bow. Oh, and I need to trim the little tail. Well, I'll glue it, then I'll trim the tails. Okay, and I'm going to hold it in place, and I want this one to go that way. And that one to go that way. Okay. So there's going to be our pocket. Now, we could always take another piece of this lace and put it at the bottom. We can try to see what that would look like and determine if that's something that we want to do. Okay, so with the lace or without the lace, guys. And we got a big glare right there. Let me move this over. Out of the glare. There we go. Still got a glare. So, what do you think? With the lace or without the lace? With. Okay, Joyce, I can agree. I kind of like it with the lace. I'm going to move it down a little bit. I want it to hang off the bottom. So, let's see. And I need a piece that's that long. Roughly. Okay, so pull our pocket back. We got glue on our desk. And yeah, I'm on camera. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. And then now when our pocket goes on, that lace is off the bottom. That'll look really pretty in our book. Okay, so now let me trim this things. And again, I'm going to save this piece of material because we may want to put it on another corner. That is really pretty. And I'm going to check to make sure I haven't glued. Oh, this was a tuck. Yeah, we glued the bottom and the side. And then we can just slide stuff in there. And this is a pocket. And it goes actually lower than that. But I'm going to let this dry a little bit before I try to glue it. Because we're pretty wet. So I'm just going to set it over here to dry aside. And let's see, what else have I made out of book paper? I have done trifold things. And let me cut this. Normally I would not try to cut a straight line, but this has words. So that helps. It has words. Just to make sure it's straight, I'm going to line that up. That is actually pretty straight. Okay. So I've made trifolds, which is where and we could actually maybe make this and put it in our pocket. And then when it's open, I've taken another strip of paper. Now this is going to be tricky. And let's see. I may double this up for sure. Yeah, why don't we do that? We'll double it. I'm going to double this because I want it to be sturdy. Because the pockets are going to get the most wear of this. Okay, and I need another glue stick. And this is going to just go right in here. And it's going to glue here and across the bottom. And if you wanted, you could glue it where it folds. I'm not going to worry about that. But we need to distress first. See, I just don't even think about it. That's something I'm working on. So I think I have 2 journals that I have to finish up. And I can show you all what they look like. They just need lace on the edges and ties on their tags. One is my January Tsunami Rose project, and the other was a time challenge in the Newbie Junk Journal Makers group. And they're both almost done. But I'm thinking on Thursday we're going to do beady things. Bead dangles, paper clip things, and maybe make some little beaded flower centers. Okay. So before I do that, I should also distress this paper. So is that stuff y'all would be interested in working on? Is the bead dangles, paper clip dangles, and beaded flower centers. And the beaded flower centers, if you have fishing line, something stiff, you don't even need a needle. You have beads, either fishing line or some kind of thick thread that you can put through a bead without a needle, you're good. because I'm going to use, where did it go? The beadle-on. It is wire. I don't know if y'all can see that. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Hi, Tanya. Thank y'all for coming. Let's see who else. Oops. So this is very thin wire, and it is a beadle-on 7-strand bead stringing wire. Any kind of bead stringing wire like this would work. You don't need a needle for this to go through. And that's why I like it. And it can be tied in a knot, just like thread. So that's always great. Okay. So we have this. We should probably distress the back. See, I just don't think about the distressing things. Now, if you wanted to, you could definitely glue 2 pages together for this and make this a little sturdier. I think this paper, I think is fine. It's pretty much 20-pound or 24-pound weight paper. So it's about like printer paper. Okay. Now I think we're good. Now, if we're going to put this in the same journal as the things we've already been making, I think, well, let's get it glued and fold it again. So all I'm going to do is glue here, a very thin strip across the bottom edge, and another thin one up there. And then I always flatten my little glue out. Okay. And then we had it folded here. And we had it folded here. And I have a little edge sticking over, so I'm snipping it off. Okay. So one thing we definitely want to do is distress where it's folded. Because naturally that would have been distressed anyway, since the rest of it is. Okay. So we're going to need stuff to go in our pockets. And I may just add a little dot of glue right there. And one right there. I don't want to add a lot of bulk with the glue. So I think that's going to work. And it would be better if this would stay glued down over here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Find some more roses. There's 2. I cut out a whole bunch of roses. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, those are pretty. We'll go with those 2 and this one. And I'm going to cut these apart. Okay. And I kind of want that to look more like a leaf than what it looks like. So I'm going to roughly give, there we go, roughly give it a leaf shape. So here's what I'm thinking. Let's distress our pocket more. So that's back to where we just, what little bits left in the sponge. And, oh cool, these pre-made, well, tags that I pre-made will fit in our 3 little pockets. So that's good. We have 3 tags that will go. So I'm thinking I'm just going to put the roses I don't want to do a lot to the inside because it's going to bulk it up. But we are going to decorate the outside. Okay. And I usually do not put ties on tags when I have them inside of a trifold because it just makes it really bulky. Okay. So just going to distress the inside a little bit. Okay. And I got glue on my fingers. And that's not glued down. There we go. Okay. So we definitely want to distress the whole thing so it matches. And what I'm doing is pouncing in the ink pad. Oh, y'all can see. And then I'm pouncing off over here to get the excess off before I put it on my paper. I wasn't sure if that was all on camera. Okay. So it goes this way. Got our 3 tags. So it's we're going to make it a trifold. And I do want it to kind of go with what we already been making so that they can all go in the same journal and all be cohesive. That's the plan. So now it's just, what am I going to use to do this? I'm going to cut a little snippet of the material. And it's not a very straight snippet. Okay. I think I want it to go this way. And then I've got some words over here. Oh, this would be a pretty one. Imagination. We can put it but that's not showing up very well. And this is a trifold that's going to go in a pocket. So it could actually go in our other pocket or just another pocket it it could be paper clipped in. That might be an idea when I make the book. Paper clip this one in. So what can we put on our little doily? You know what? I don't want a red one. Well, red might be pretty. I made book paper flowers, you guys. And that's another video. But that's going to be bigger than our doily. That still might be pretty. What do you... Okay, tell me what y'all think and don't... Just be honest. That's all I'm going to say. Hi, Joe. How are you today? Thank you for coming. Hi, Dana. How are you today? Was it Dana? Oh, my goodness, Joyce. I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you don't get admitted. Y'all keep her in your prayers because that doesn't sound good. So should we have this flower or should we do the doily and maybe something different? We could do the doily and a butterfly. I like that butterfly. This is a different embellishment dish. I've been adding alcohol ink to these little crystal-y things. This is one with nothing. And this one has pink alcohol ink. That one is orange. Another orange. This one I put gold in. And I did a blue. And I did purple. And that's as much playing with those as I've done so far. But the silver ones. Oh, you're welcome, Joyce. Oh, I hate that it's your lupus acting up. That's horrible. So, I think the butterfly is going to keep it flatter than this is going to keep it because we're already going to have bulk from the tags and everything in the middle. So, we'll save the flower over there. And we can actually kind of make our butterfly look cute. By playing with his little wings a little bit. So let's take our little flower snippet. And I'm going to put the word on. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we could do this one and it'll show up better. Which the doilies what didn't show up before. Yeah, imagination showed up just fine. It's the doily. Well, we could just put believe. Maybe put lace behind it. That would be cute. And in keeping with what we're doing. I'm just going to place a little fabric snippet on there and press it. And then just lightly go around the edge of this doily. And because there's glue coming through the fabric, that should help hold that down. And then I'm just going to glue the middle of our little butterfly. And we're going to take our word. Oops, my butterfly. He is spinning. Okay, so what we have is we have our little trifold. Hopefully the butterfly won't fly off. And then we have our little pockets in the middle. We have our 3 tags, which I'm just going to loosely place because, well, put them somewhere to go with it. This needs to dry, the whole thing. And I'm not worried about really decorating these right now because I need to think about it. We could, oh, you know what? We could decorate them. Do the same thing that we did with this one. Just a rose at the bottom on a little snippet of lace or the doily. Oh, that would be cute. Let's find some roses. So we just got to find our roses again. And we have 3 tags. Okay. I think we should do 2 small roses and one of the big roses in the middle. On the middle one. Oh, we got to trim that down. I may leave that little rosebud on there, though. I think that's cute. But I'm going to trim that one off. Okay, so this could go like this. And put... We're just going to use a corner of the doily. But we need it to be on the paper. Well, maybe I need to flip it over. No. Hang on. You can't even see the doily that way. But we can't have it hanging off because it won't go in the pocket right. So what was I thinking? Oh, that's what I was thinking. Move the rose. Put the doily down. And then put the rose down. There we go. That's cute. That's how that one's going to go. Sometimes you just got to move stuff around. Okay. Slide the rose just a little bit so it's not hanging off our tag. That is cute. I like it. So there's one of our inside tags, and then we'll take, I'm going to cut one of these little tiny doilies in half. And I'm going to put it like that. And then I'm going to put my flower on here. Oh, that's adorable. This is going to be a really pretty journal when I decide what I'm doing, because I haven't even got I'm just making stuff to go in a journal that doesn't exist. But if this is going to dictate what goes in our journal, that journal is going to be gorgeous. So there's our second tag for this one. And now we're going to do our third tag. May have to make some kind of a rose journal. This is going to be pretty. See, usually I get the paper first, or I find my papers first, then I find a cover, and then I make the embellishments. This time I'm doing it kind of backward. Embellishments first. Then I can get a cover, and then I can find papers that all this works with. I think that would be cool. That's pretty. I like these. So these are the 3 tags for our 3 inside pockets, and all of this is going to go over here to dry with the other stuff. And if y'all will excuse me, I need to go get a wet paper towel because I'm getting all gluey. And I'll be right back. And then I'll check chat. Okay, I am back. And let me look to see what's going on with chat. The tiny doilies, Holly, I actually ordered a die cutter from, it's actually a set of 4 little tiny doily die cuts from AliExpress. And so there are 4 different patterns. There's 1, 2, I don't think I have the 4th pattern out here. Nope, I don't have a 4th one. And then I cut them out of coffee dyed paper. See if I got a 4th one over here. And I typed in small doilies to search for these and let's see, where's that? We have, this is the one we're missing because I used up them already, the ones that I had out. And I cut out of 5 coffee filters, a whole bunch. So there's all the patterns of the 4 that you get in the dies, and they weren't that expensive. And I cut 5 coffee filters at a time. I just stacked them up and ran them through the die cut machine. And then this one I also cut out a coffee filter. Or didn't know, I bought these and I coffee dyed them. Those I bought just like that, except I coffee dyed them. And then, okay, y'all, other people have already laughed at me for this, but I'm going to show you the mistake I made so that y'all don't do it. I thought how cool this doily could be cut. And I was thinking it would make this pattern and leave the middle. No, it makes a donut. I can use these by cutting them and just using them behind something. No one's going to miss the middle. The middle's normally covered up anyway. So when you do get your die cuts, if it cuts it out of the paper, it will cut it out of your doily. So I have like 20 donut doilies. That's what I'm calling them. I won't make that mistake a second time. But yeah, it was a boo-boo. I'm new to die cutting. But then I did have a die that would do this to the middle. And so I took some of the white doilies I ordered and I cut that part out. And I love those. So, and Brenda sent me the doily, the die that does this in Happy Meal. Before I ever had a die cutting machine, I had dies from Happy Meal. And it's a doily die, but the middle, it's got different parts. And I just use the middle on those to make that because it doesn't cut it completely out. It just makes the design. So that's how those came about. Okay. Now, I also said that we were going to make clusters. Now, the way I do my clusters is, I don't know, different, not different. I've been saving, like when I cut something, like I cut a card out of this. Yeah, just type in small doily die or small doily. I typed in small doilies because I was actually looking for small doilies that I could purchase, which is how I found the 3.5 inch doily. But then also those dies came up. So yesterday I was cutting out some journal cards for a journal that I was making. And this was one of the edge pieces. Take much to build a cluster. So we have our fabric scraps. We could actually build a little cluster that we can put on something. So we could put this on here. We could put one of our roses. We need a smaller one than that. Oh, here's 2 little roses. I don't like the yellow one with that, though. Or that one. What else do I have up here? Nope. Oh, I see something. This pink flower. I'm looking for what else I can cut out. There's this. I don't like that pink flower. This is just trying out stuff till you find what you like. Oh, we could put a bird. Where'd the little bird go? Well, now I've lost the bird. That's the big bird. I want the little bird. Well, we have butterflies, some other roses. Here's a bird. We could put the bird on there. And then oh, not the fabric. No, I don't think I want lace. But our bird needs something to sit on. He can't just be hanging out like that in the air. That don't look right. Is that another bird? It is another bird. It's a hummingbird. And then there's that bird. We could take... That doesn't really go. These pink flowers do. Tuck them in the back. Add our little birdie like he's sitting on the little thing. Maybe put our lace on here like this. Not our lace, our fabric. And then put our little flower. And our little bird. And then we are now looking at the ceiling. And I got to figure out where the camera thingy is. And I'm sorry about that, y'all. It shut down my app. Hope y'all are still here. Anytime that happens, I always come back. I have the Big Shot Plus. Okay, good. So I was looking for a little word. Oh, wait a minute. Treasure the moment. And it's got a bird nest, so we're just going to sit our little bird on there. Keep our little fabric snippet, and then we'll take one of our little doilies and we're going to cut it. And I just cut 2 of them. That's okay. And I'm only going to cut it. I'm going to get 1/4 of it and stick that under there. And that's our whole snippet. And now that can go in a pocket. It can go on a tag. It's made and it's ready to embellish, or it will be made in a moment and ready to embellish something. So, now some people will take all of their stuff, and we can do that because I think I've got it. If I stack it better. And no, I don't have a staple that's going to grab it all. So that's another thing. You can always put it to where you could staple, one staple in the middle. That's not how I built this one. So we're not going to be able to do that. So we're going to just put our fabric on here. And then we're going to put our doily. Our little word. And our bird. And I'm not worried about his little tail going off because whatever I put this on, that's not going to be a problem. And so there we have a little tiny snippet or cluster that's ready to go on a tag or something. So like these little tags, this could go on here. And it would be ready to tie in with the other stuff in our book because it's got that. And we might even want to take and put it on a bigger doily, in the middle of a bigger doily. And then it could become maybe like a tuck spot. So by adding another piece of paper behind it, let's just do this. So Brenda, to get it to cut fabric, because that was something I was wondering about, because that's something I would like to do. Do you glue the fabric to paper? What do you do for it to cut through the fabric? Okay, so then if I wanted to turn this into something that I could use as a tuck spot, or like a belly band, that would be an idea, like a small belly band. I want a better piece of paper than that. More straight. Okay, so I think that's really pretty. And that could even go on a bigger tag. I've got some bigger tags back here. Hang on. My fingers will cooperate with me. Like I made a gigantic tag. This could be in the middle of a gigantic tag. You could even have word paper. Book paper behind. Music paper behind. Do some kind of collage on your tag. And then put this on top of it. So I think we're just going to make that for now. But it's some ideas of what you can do with these little things when you make them. And I want to glue this. to there. I like that. I really like that a lot. And then that's an embellishment that's ready to go. Maybe add some bling to it. We could add one of our little bow. Oh, that would be pretty. One of our bows. Except this time I do think I want to do one of these organza bows. But maybe not that color. Hang on, I got some smaller. Here we go. Like a cream colored or peachy colored organza bow on here. Maybe at the top with its little legs. Or, that's too bright of a pink. We have a dusty rose we could add. That's pretty. Let me make this bow smaller. I like that. So, that's a lot of glue. But it's going to take a lot of glue to hold this on here. Because it's going to absorb some of the glue. Okay. Hi, Mary. How are you? Thank you so much for coming. So we have this now. And I was watching somebody. What is her name? Oh, my word. Shabby Dabby Doodah. How could you forget Shabby Dabby Doodah? She was making stuff like this and putting it on a paper clip. Now, here's the thing. Oh, I hope I have a small one. This is going to require a small paper clip. If not, I'll make one. Okay, this will work. So, I already have these paper clips pre-made. We're going to do this Thursday because I'm running out of paper clips. It does open completely. It's completely hidden. This was hidden with a small tag, but it is completely a hidden paper clip. All you would need to do is to glue it to this. And now this becomes, let's just do it, a paper clip for your journal. It's going to put a good hefty amount. And it would need to go at the top of a page because it is orientated to be vertical. But just even as a page embellishment, I would say you probably wouldn't even need to have anything being held in. Just have this at the top of the page. You could tuck something behind here. But I kind of like that with that paper clip. So I'm going to Thursday show how I make these totally encased paper clips. That'll be on the Thursday. And then I like to have them ready so that I can do stuff like this with my journals. So there's another, that's going to be really pretty because it's got the fabric that matches. And it's got the doilies and everything. So that'll be pretty in that journal whenever I get it going. Okay, I wanted to see if I have one of these hands with roses. Because of our fabric. We still have the fabric snippet that we can put on the corner of something. Let's see what we got. That just with that blue background, but these are pretty, but it's still white. We're going to need red. And I don't like the red with the yellow. Those are kind of dark. That's pretty, but that would be more like for a larger tag. And I buried our fabric. And I mean, there's more fabric over here. I could get a bigger piece. That's kind of conflicting. That would be gorgeous on a tag, though. Pink with a blue ribbon. Basket. More of those that we've been using. Oh, here's a different one. Where'd our fabric piece go? I buried it somewhere. Really? Okay, guys. Oh, there it is. Hang on just one. I think we're going to go. Well, that may not be red enough. That's the same one. Kind of like the darker red that we've been using with our fabric piece. So we'll cut another one of those apart. Yep. And we'll build another tag. Now this might still, even though it's not roses, hang on a minute. Oh, that's pretty. We got paper on that edge. Let me trim that off. It's making that very bulky. There we go. That is very pretty together. What do you guys think? That or a rose? Let me pick up all my little bits. I'm just going to slide those back. Hello, dear. So you're here, I guess. Does that mean you're home or on your way home? On lunch? What exactly is happening? Thank you, Mary. It's good to see you too. I keep missing your lives, and I haven't been going live for anybody to miss me. So, because of getting the craft room together and everything. And being sick from time to time. At Wally World. So you're off from work if you're at Wally World. Okay. Well, when you come home, stop at Mom's and grab mushrooms. We're having spaghettis for dinner, and she's got the mushrooms. That's all. You can continue lurking. I think this is going to be pretty. So let's get a tag. Actually, let's make a tag out of book paper again, so that they'll match what we've already done. And see, I'm just going to fold this one in half and make a skinny tag, maybe a tall, thin tag, and get our glue stick. And if y'all haven't watched Patricia Viramonte's book page everything's, y'all should check her out. I'll put a link to her channel below when this uploads. She makes all kinds of stuff out of book pages. It's amazing what she does with her book paper. Okay, now I want to trim our tag down to get rid of the margin. And get rid of the top. And we'll cut it here. Then what I do for my tags is I semi-fold in half. And then I whack the corners off. Technical term, whacking the corners off. Now, oh, that's going to fit there nicely. So we got that. And our little hand. And we have this half of, that's not big enough. Ooh, what if we did the heart doily on this one? Put it up here. I want it to be able to be seen as a heart though. And maybe do our hand like that. And then I have little tiny words. These are left over from my December kit for Tsunami Rose design team project. And I shrunk the tickets. And I'm going to grab that butterfly ticket. I shrank them way down. Or we could use that. I kind of like the ticket though. Right there in the middle of our heart. I think this is a pretty little arrangement. So maybe also, hold up. See, what can we do with this? I'm going to cut a little piece. We're going to play. Okay, but I know we have to do what I always forget to do, which is this. Distress, distress, distress. And y'all, Hobby Lobby, because Creativation is going on, check your Hobby Lobbies. Joe, who's Have At It, went to hers yesterday, and they had the Tim Holtz stuff on sale because they're making room for the new stuff. I don't know if our Hobby Lobbies here are doing it yet. I know they did it last year toward the end of January, which we're getting there fast. So be sure and check because they put everything on sale for Creativation because they got to make room for the new stuff that's coming out. So, not that I'm trying to, what is that called when you help other people spend money? Oh, Lord, words. That's probably a good word to fail me now. Enable. I'm not trying to enable anybody or anything, but I know last year that was the first time I had really gone and done any shopping like that, because I got tired of watching all the haul videos and everybody hauling everything. And so I knew about it this year. And with Creativation going on, I need to start watching for those sales to start happening. Because they put the whole scrapbooking section on sale, which includes your dies, your stamp pads, your embellishments. You know, any of the stuff that you would use to make a journal, that you would use to make a scrapbook, all of that stuff goes on sale. They put the whole paper department and everything on sale. Mine never did the Tim Holtz last year. I was disappointed they never did the Tim Holtz, but they did put their paper products on sale. And then they put their art supplies on sale, which is all your paints and markers and all that stuff. So, like I said, not that I'm trying to enable anybody, but the stuff is 50 to 70% off. So now would be the time, if you're like me and on a tight budget, best time to go to Hobby Lobby. It's Creativation. And before I glue anything, this corner is going to drive me nuts because it's not straight. There we go. So now I'm going to glue this fabric. And the Happy Meal that I got that this fabric was in was an awesome Happy Meal. And I'm not going to glue it all the way to the edge this time. We're going to leave some of that showing where we distressed. Because I think that's pretty. And we add this lace. I'm just going to lay it here for looks for now. And then we lay our hand on here. And then we put our little heart on here. With our little word. What do y'all think? Thank you, Holly. I do need more purple glue sticks, but like he said, they came from Sam's Club and he's at the wrong store. But I really do prefer the Scotch ones. And they also came from Sam's Club, but last time he went to get these, they didn't have them, so I got the purple ones. So it's whatever they have. I don't care. It's usually a good deal. As long as they're a good glue stick. The hand disappeared on screen. So go this way. Is that what you're saying? How's that? Maybe it's the lace. Maybe we take the lace away and put the hand. I don't know. But we need something. Maybe we need something behind. Well, no, the lace is about the same color. What else do I have that? Oh, I know what we could use. One moment. Where did it go? It's really not the right color there. Looking for something that will go with our fabric. What if... Ooh. No, I don't like that. I don't like it. Like this, Mary? See, I'm thinking there needs to be something behind the flower. Well, no, it shows up. And do we want to put the lace behind or no lace? And the doily really doesn't show up at all. So let's see. Maybe like this and then put our little word here. Or just not have the little word at all. I kind of like that, just like that. What do y'all think? Other corner. So like this. Oh, that's pretty. I like how that looks. Mary, that's awesome. And I think we should keep the lace so that there's a contrast. Put our hand like this. It does, Mary. I like it. It does show up really well there. And I kind of wanted to use the doily, but it's not showing up. Let's see if I have a darker, maybe round doily. Or is that too much? We could over-embellish. I think that is a thing. Although that's kind of pretty. And do the word across both. I kind of like that. So now we just need to place it all. Okay, the doily needs to go first. I hate when I get it layered right and then you got to take it apart and redo it. And it's like, it'll look all so pretty. And then you got to undo it to redo it. And then maybe it won't come out exactly the same. And I'm just going to put our lace across here. Thank you, Mary, for your assistance. That's a good idea. I never would have thought to do it that way. See, I think sometimes we get stuck with what we like and where we're comfortable. And that's what I like about going live and stuff, because you can bounce ideas off each other. And you learn sometimes move stuff around. Okay. And we had this going this away. Go back. Let me snip this little snippet. Then we had our little teeny tiny ticket. With a butterfly on it. And I'm just going to put it up there. Okay, what do you guys think? I like that. That's really pretty. Right, we just don't see it the same way. And this, the hand placed there is gorgeous. And that's not something I would have done without being on here live. Because I wanted to put it over here. And you get stuck that way. And my ticket's not sticking. I'm pressing. Okay, so I think that is gorgeous. So here's what we've done today. And then Thursday we're going to do paper clips. And we can just chit chat for a little bit. Because we've only been on for a little while. Hi, Rathel. How are you? I hope I pronounced that correctly. And thank you for coming. And if you're, okay, commercial. It's very brief. If you're not subscribed and you like my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Thumbs up. All the normal stuff. Turn the little bell on so you get notified every time I go live. That's all. Commercial over. Okay. But thank you for coming, Rathel. I do appreciate it. So what we've done today is we made, let me just move some stuff out of our way because of my desk. And I had a lot to choose from out already that I made up ahead of time because it's easier just to pull from already made stuff. So like I made up several of these little bows in different colors that we could pull from. The little chiffon ones. And then I had the ribbon. That's another chiffon one. I had ribbon ones, and I'll still be able to use these in other projects later. I had the doilies. I had some lace. We had the book pages ready to go. Tags, some tags that were ready, made. So here's what we did. We just made this tag. We made this paper clip embellishment to hang on a page. We made this book pocket with this tag. And, uh-oh, my bow came off. I may have to hot glue that. No. We will tacky glue it, and it will stay. It's choosing the right glue for the right thing. That's what it is. And there we go. Oh, get all that excess off of there. And it will dry clear, so I'm not worried about that. I don't like to put hot glue on like journaling project stuff. But if I need to, I will. So we made this pocket. And we made this tag to go in our pocket. We used a strip from where I trimmed down the material to make our tie for our tag. Then we made, oh, we didn't finish this one. Well, we're going to finish it. We made this tuck spot out of book paper, added lace in our material. And we need to glue this on here to make a pocket. And that tag will fit really pretty in that pocket when it's dry. So, we put this aside to dry so that we could glue it. So I'm going to go in and use the tacky glue on here. And we are going to line that up. And so we have this now as a pocket with a tuck spot made from book paper. If I would not make it do that, it'd be really cool. Let it dry. And then this tag could go in that pocket. And then we also made this trifold out of book paper. We added the roses, and they may need something else. I may come back and add something else to them. But I didn't want to bulk up the middle too much. We made these tags to go in the pockets. They all have little doilies on them. I don't usually poke the holes in the tags when I'm doing it this way. We may look, oh, that's what we could do. Ideas. Hang on. Let's see. How wide does it need to be? About like that. I don't measure, guys. And then I can get 2 out of this. Wait a minute. This would be cute. Little fabric tabs. And that's not going to add a lot of bulk. So let's glue those on. So out of that same fabric that's tying it all together, it's just going to be now you'd think the tacky glue would work better than the Elmer's glue for this. Try again. There we go. So now we'll have those. And so let me do another one. And I'm doing this kind of backward to my normal process. I'm making embellishments before I have a journal in mind. But now I know I'm going to be making this really gold and burgundy rose and stuff kind of journal. Or some Victorian ladies in it or something. And there's that. Now we just need to make one more snippet. Again, it needs to be about that wide. And I'm going to just cut it in half. Roughly in half. And I want to make that a little bit straighter. There we go. And because I know I drew circles, I want to make sure I get the circle covered up. And I want it to go that way. Because I'm thinking about when I flip it over. Okay. So back to what we made today. We just added something. So we made this tag and pocket, this paper clip embellishment, these 3 mini tags, and now we've added them pull tabs at the top to go in this trifold pocket. And that's not a pocket, it's just pretty. And they all match. I set those up there to dry. And we made this tuck spot with a pocket, and we just made this tag. So I think that's a good bit for the length of time we were on here and gluing and talking and everything. Thank you, Raphael. Have a great day. Well, thank you so much. I definitely appreciate it, and I'll be looking for your premiere. Thank you. Definitely thank you for coming. Yes, Raphael, you are at my stream for the first time. And I definitely appreciate it and appreciate you coming and showing support. And I hope you have a great day and good luck with your premiere. And I'll be looking for it. Oh my goodness. I messed up some stuff too. That's a question that I've had for you guys. I see where everybody puts in on YouTube messages like what time they're going to go live, like doing the premiere thing. I cannot find where to do that on YouTube anywhere. I know, Raphael, that's me. I mean, a while ago I talked about how I made doily donuts because I thought it was a mistaken thought that if I put my die on here, I would get this kind of an effect. It would cut it out and make it look like that. No, it cut the whole middle out. So now I have donuts. I have like 20 donuts, but I'm going to use them. I can just cut them apart. But I did laugh at myself the day I made the donuts. The Creative Studio. What's it called though? I went through there and I clicked on everything and I couldn't find, other than setting up a live stream, I couldn't find anything. Thank you, Mary. And I figure, a lot of times we just, like on here, the middle is not showing at all. We covered it up. So this would be a perfect spot to use a donut. Thank you, Deborah. And that's what I was thinking. A lot of times you only see the edge of them. So I got bonus white middles. They're in a baggie. So I got bonus white ones of these. And then I ended up with the little white donuts. Boy, have I got a mess on my desk. And now what I'll do with this stuff is I'm going to put it when it dries all together in a Ziploc baggie because it's going to become a project. Because now I need to work on making a journal to go with this stuff. Exactly, Raphael. Exactly. What we don't check triple times. So now I'm going to be on lookout for some really pretty paper. And usually it's going to be downloadable because I'm just going to tell y'all I download a lot. And downloadable paper is key. For me anyway, because I can print anything. And it's easier for me to do that than purchase paper pads. But I think I may already have something in my little downloaded stuff that will work well with this whole thing here. So I kind of like that. What is donut crafting? I made doily donuts, Joy. I saw your quilted cover, the purple one. That thing is gorgeous. I don't sew well enough to do that, but ooh, I do have more of this. And I have other fabric that would go with this. This could make, I have another big long strip of this. So I could technically make some kind of a quilted, sewed together thing. Oh, great, Raphael. That'll be cool. Yes, Joy, because I thought that if I put my little tiny doily cutter on there and ran it through the die cut machine, I would get this in the middle. But what I actually got was all of these in white removed and this. So I have donuts or collars for dolls. But they're usable. It's not something that's not going to be used, because if you look at this, I use the full doily on here. I put this pink cluster thing on top of it. You don't even see the middle. So that'd be a perfect spot to use a donut, because see, if that was behind there, all of that stuff in the middle covers that up. So you would never know it was a donut. They are cute though, and they will get used. I'll have to go back and look, Mary. So I'm not going to use any more of this fabric. I'm going to save it so I can work on a journal cover. Because it would be pretty to have the journal cover with some of this in it. There's some cream material that came with that. And I have, this material with it. See, now I'm sitting here thinking, what do I have I can put all together? And then I have the cream material. So let's see. I have, it could work. So diagonal would be better, right, Mary? Diagonal stripes or something. I'd figure out some kind of pattern, because I think, here, let me move these so we don't get all, make a spot. Okay. This could be awesome. And I would cut these, like this one's long. Now, okay, that may not work. That may have to, yeah, something. But where's a book or paper? I just need a sheet of paper that I can fold in half. I don't want to fold that in half. Here we go. This was a misprint. We'll use it. So, oh, wait. If I did that, slide that up. Oh, I don't want them to be that way, though. I want them to be diagonal. So, if I did it, you could just kind of figure this out. This is where a rotary cutter and mat comes in handy, guys. Because then you could... So, Mary, something maybe like this, I could take a piece off of here and put over here to make that longer, and then it would make the cover. If I'm thinking correctly, that would make a really pretty cover. So am I thinking correctly? Or do I need to turn it more? I mean, either way, it's going to work. And I have enough material here to cut and piece. Well, these wouldn't need to be, but I would need to cut. Yeah. I just need to make one big long rectangle of fabric is what I need to do from this, and then make a book cover. And I would want it to be, I think that would be pretty. Oh, cool. I don't have a solid burgundy. I have ribbon, though, that I could use for my spine. Because, see, there's enough here, Brenda, there's enough here if I piece it. Even if I piece it here, I could sew a straight seam all the way up so that it looks like part of the spine. I could sew the ribbon onto that. Oh, this is going to be fun. Now I've got a covered coffee dyed paper, some kind of, oh, this paper would be gorgeous in this journal. With coffee dyed paper. I have a journal in the making, guys. And what I'm going to do, before I cut any more of my fabric apart, I'm going to photocopy it. That way, I can make more embellishments with this without using it up, and I'll have it for the cover. I think that's a good idea. Right. I think we have a journal in the making. And then, oh, this is going to be, so I just need to set all this aside and play with it. But this, I'm going to photocopy so that I have it on paper, a paper version of it to use to make further embellishments for the journal. And I may do the same with this because that's pretty fabric. Or, okay, I need an opinion, guys. I know these go together. That's, yeah. Do all of them go together, do you think? So let's do this. I know this one and this one. Because that might be an option to make the spine with this and then continue the diagonals. Oh, Mary, I will. And this is funny. There's 2 Brendas and 2 Marys. And then I watch a lady named Sherry McMillan, and there's like 5 Sherrys in her live stream. So, Mary, you think all of this would work? Mary Jones. I think so. And then I could also photocopy this so I could make embellishments from it. And then I have, oh, wait a minute. That might be going too far. That might even be going too far. I think we're just going to leave it at that. So then I could, because I don't have any embellishments made of this yet. I'm probably not supposed to be saying I'm going to photocopy their fabric, but I'm going to photocopy and turn it into paper for personal use. Well, I may sell the journal, so. But yeah. I think this would be awesome. And I have some really pretty lace that would go somewhere. Right. Because it all blends. It's all the same color families. I mean, the green kind of goes too, but I think we're just bringing in too much stuff at that point. Although, I might like that better. Okay, now I'm going to need no green. That's what I was going to ask your opinion on. Lace would be pretty in the seams. And I do have lace, and I have, like, in a previous Happy Mail from Mary, I have to iron some of this, guys. I have this scrap lace, but there's some that are like this. Well, that's not the one I was thinking of. Hang on. Like this one would be pretty in the seams. Wait, this, yeah. I have more of that. That would really be really pretty in the seams. But I have other lace that I could use as well in the seams. So, yeah. Or, wait a minute. Wait. You know, I got this out. Mary sent this, and it's a fabric ribbon. Would that work in the seams, or are we bringing, is the blue too much, or I could always cut the blue down. The blue may be too much, so let's look at it without the blue. Because it can be cut. Now that might be pretty. And I'm checking chat. Oh, that sounds like a good idea, Raphael. So I think cut the blue, save it for something else. I mean, it's got a clear line on it. I should be able to follow that line. And then this would make a good, like, seam separator between, well, it would have to go on top because there's not enough fabric here for it to be sewed and have a seam. But that would be very pretty. Or use it as the closure. Ooh, with lace. But I do want to make snippets out of this, Mary Jones. I want to make snippets with this stuff that you sent. Because this is awesome. And that's the first thing I thought of when I saw that was snippets. So I think this is going to be my cover. So I just need to save all this stuff together. And I have more of this. I just got out limited amount of stuff to work with today. But there's more of this too. I think I'm going to be good. So we have a journal in the making. We got tags and pockets and stuff started. We have cover material picked out. I think we're good. And I'm going to put all this over here together. Because what I do is I put all my project stuff in one Ziploc baggie. And that becomes a project that goes in my project bin. And so this would be a project to work on. And put in the project bin. So all this together. Right, and that's what I'm leaning toward because that's going to be, that material is too thin to really work. So I agree, Raphael, I would use something solid and contrasting between. Dye the blue cocoa brown. I have cocoa brown though. I have a chocolate brown ribbon or lace that is already in a project baggie. Hi, Wonder Bar, how are you? We made some journal embellishments for a journal that doesn't exist yet, but it's going to, because. So what we made today was we made a trifold pocket from a book page. It was 2 pages. And that one didn't stay tacked down. So where's the tacky glue? I only put a little dot of glue in the seam to hold these closed at the tops. So I'm just going to put another little dot right there and pinch it. Okay, so we made this trifold. And then we made these 3 tags to go in the trifold pockets. And we added little tabs at the top out of material that matches the front. We made this altered paper clip, which also has a little snippet of that fabric on it. A book pocket with a tag. And the ties on the tag are a snippet from the fabric as well. And then we made this big book pocket, which is, so at this point of our, I didn't have any journal in mind. Denise, okay, great. Thank you, Denise. So we didn't have a journal in mind, but then I was thinking, I have more of that fabric left that I was making the pockets from. And Mary just made, Mary Inspired Art by Mary, a quilted journal cover from fabrics. So I'm thinking I can make a quilted journal cover from fabrics to match the tags and stuff. I've already got paper in mind that I would be able to put in the journal that would go with the tags. And so normally my process is not to start with the embellishments. Just so everybody knows. That's normally not my process. However, we're kind of working backward. I built embellishments, building a cover from the material, and then I'm going to work on what pages are going to go in it and build more embellishments. So I think it's going to be awesome. So this is going to be a great little project. But that's what we did today. And Thursday, when I go live again, we're going to be making embellished paper clips. So I'm going to show everybody how I make these paper clips that are totally encapsulated and ready to be embellished. But I'm running out, so that's why I need to make more. My box is getting low. I use about 10 in a journal, 10 embellished paper clips per journal, so they go fast. But that's what we made today. And then my cover and all that's going to go in a project book. And then I liked having all my stuff out to pick from. Thank you, Denise. I definitely appreciate it. Save my little scraps of fabric, because I'm going to need those for further embellishments. So, guys, I guess that's going to be all for today. Thank you, Deborah, and thank you for coming. Oh, no. Babies and plants. Thank you, Joyce. I'm glad you had fun. So Thursday, we're going to be making the paper clips, what I call encapsulated paper clips. And that was because I didn't follow directions on the video correctly. I'm also going to be showing embellished paper clips, and because someone wanted me to do my paper clips. So we're going to do those. We're going to do the ones where I wrap the paper around and embellish them. And okay, where did I put them? I have some ready for a journal. Here we go. These are going in a journal. They're already on bulb pins. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you for coming. I definitely appreciate it. So this is one of the ones where I wrapped the paper clip with paper, stuck an embellishment down it. It's on a bulb pin. I call these paper clip beads. It's going in a journal. And so I'm going to show how to make those again. And what else? So in all of my embellished paper clips, we're going to do a walkthrough with those on Thursday. And possibly beaded flower centers. They're very simple to make. You don't even need thread. Just some fishing line, some or sturdy thread. I've also used 20-pound thread. It's very thick and doesn't need, or 10-pound. No, it would need to be the 20-pound. This is beading wire. It's 7 strands, doesn't need a needle. So as long as it's a thicker thread that you can go through your beads with and it doesn't need a needle, you can use that on Thursday to make beaded embellished flower centers. So we're going to work on that. So that's what Thursday's show is. And I hope everybody comes back so we can have fun crafting together again. Thank you, Denise. You have a great day too. And I look forward to seeing everybody back here on Thursday, where we're going to be working on the paper clips and flower centers, because if you use a small enough bead, it doesn't have to create lumps in your journals. Thank you, Mary. I will. And you have a great day too. Thanks, Joyce. Hope everybody can come back Thursday. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye.